What's going on, everybody? I want to welcome y'all back to Wardell's World, man. Today we're recording episode 4, Bully, Frenchies, and Mastiff breeders, man. I got something special for y'all today. And like y'all know, man, I'm going around South Carolina. I'm trying to showcase, man, some of the most best dogs. And at the same time, too, man, interviewing and talking to some of these guys that got their own breeds, their own kennels, man, and their own program, showing you what they got going on. So with that being said, man, I appreciate again, brother, you letting us come down. If you can, let everybody know your name, what part of South Carolina you from, how long you been here, and the name of your camp.
Okay, everybody, I'm Marley, one of the most unknown dog breeders in Columbia, South Carolina. Right now, we're currently in Columbia, South Carolina. Name of my kennels is Carolina's Finest Bullz. We encompass South Carolina and North Carolina. And I've been doing this since roughly about 2004.
Let me ask you this, how far do you go back, man? When was your first start with dogs?
Oh, man, I had a dog since I was a kid, you know, growing up in South Carolina and being from the country, so to speak. We always had dogs. My grandma had a yard full of dogs, had the 3-legged dog, you know, chasing when you get in the yard, you know, so we always had dogs. I had a mutt growing up, I say all the way probably until middle school. Then we got a lab. Gotcha. Lab followed us home from school. We kept the lab. And then after the lab, my partner, who was T. Brown, was cutting my hair. Okay. He always had pit bulls in the backyard. Gotcha. Always had a litter. And I was like, man, let me get one. Let me get one. I help you out. You know, he had a bunch of them. So I got one from him, and that's kind of where it started with the pits. But they didn't have papers.
Yo, yeah,
so then the blues came, and then when it's time to breed, they're like, well, your girl ain't got no papers. I'm like, well, what is papers? What is that? So then they broke that down to me. So that's when I started, and I got a blue Brindle Gray Line male from Duff Kennels from California. Okay. Yeah. I want to say he Ontario, I believe. Gotcha. And got a Gray Line dog off of Pimp the Great. And that's where I started having my dog Zulu. And that's 2004. That's when it started. Okay. You know?
And from there, it was pretty much, you always been in the dogs, but 2004 is when you got papers for your dogs and started taking the thing seriously. Got
official, and you know, saw you know, you could make some money. You know, it wasn't a lot of blue dogs in Columbia at the time, in South Carolina at the time. There was very few. And so I just saw a lane, you know, that I could hop into. Okay. You know,
and how was that, man? I'm gonna say too, because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of the guys I'm talking to nowadays, they're new breeders. You know what I mean? A lot of them ain't got but 3-4 years up under their belt. Where you've been along a lot longer. I know when 2004, when these papered and blue dogs first came, the price started changing where, you know, at one time, and you could get a good dog for $75 at the flea market.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So how was the game and introducing these dogs? How did it take down here?
Well, I mean, it was slow to take off, and as usual, people don't want to work together. Okay. You know, it's kind of with anything else, but I mean, it went from, you know, $100, $150, $250, $250 out the trader. Yeah. So now they got paper, they blues. Now they was a 500, 1,000, 1,500. Gotcha. Price started going up, and that's just how it started going. I mean, I was selling my first dogs, you know, 500, 800, you know, etc. Go up as I learned more, and the quality of the dogs got better, and find out what, you know, what blood you got, etc., etc. You get better quality dogs. Of course, you're gonna get, you know, more money, but it also introduced me into the different style of dogs. Gotcha. You know, as far as a South Carolina pit bull versus an American bully. That, you know, it's not the same.
Yeah, because people still, I ain't gonna lie, one reason I got into this, because I was still ignorant. You know, a lot of time I look at these dogs and people still call them pit bulls. Yeah. So with that being said, if you could break down too, what size? I know, like, I'm learning too with these bullies, you got your standards, your XXL, your pockets. Yeah. What size do you deal with here? And is there a reason that you stick with them size dogs, or you like them?
I stick with a standard and smaller. Okay. You know, standard and below. Standard, pocket, micro. Recently got into that just because I'm a smaller dude. Okay. Gotcha. You know, I don't want a dog that's bigger than me. Gotcha. You know, if heaven forbid, you know, something happen, he have a bad day. You know, we all gonna have a bad day. So I don't want nothing bigger than me that I can't handle. You know, just because I'm a smaller guy. I can understand. Now, I know you can train a dog, etc., etc., and I'm not scared of dogs, but at the same time, you know.
Oh yeah.
Why put yourself in that situation? You know what I mean?
So, and you said something too, micro.
Yeah.
Micro nano. Where does that stand for the viewers that don't know, man? Like I said, I'm trying to educate people about these dogs.
Those micro and nano are more so of advertising terms.
Okay.
The dog it's a pocket.
It just got smaller than the rest.
It's a pocket. You got some pockets that, you know, they're extra small, you know, but it's still a pocket.
Still a pocket.
You know, so the terms, micro, nano, mini, you know, from what I've seen and learned is more of advertising terms.
I appreciate that, because that's the best definition I done got from anybody. Like you say, nobody seems like really know. Yeah. Like you say, where they coming from, they you say, the names are just coming out there, so that makes a lot of sense.
And I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if the term fits, it's a better description than pocket, you know, then we gonna rock with it. I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. You know, it just let me know that, okay, I got a pocket dog that this small, you got a micro, it's gonna be a smaller than mine. So that's how I look at it. But it's still a pocket.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Now, we can speak on something on the show tips, man. Something you have spoke on too. Do you do shows?
I've done all I had to do in the show ring. I've proven myself. You know, so I don't feel the need where I have to show anymore.
Okay.
I don't. It just, you know, I've taken my dogs that I've produced, and they've went head to head in the best of class. You know, it don't get no better than that. You got the best male, you got the best female, they going head up, and them both dogs you produce, I mean, what else I got to do? And they was classic, because that's the lane the dogs that I was in. They was classic. Yeah, they was classic. That's the lane I was in at the time. So I excelled in the lane that I was in. Now I can still show dogs, drop the leash and all that stuff, you know, if that need to be done. But you know, now I'm more so perfecting my craft now, you know. So and with all the new registries and things, it just I don't really show that much anymore.
And that's respect, man. I can see that, because I mean, like you say, once you get established, you shouldn't have to, because from my understanding, where a lot of people are doing the shows, because would you say it does help, and it is beneficial for a new breeder, especially if you're trying to get your name out there? Is the shows needed?
The show, well, see, here's the thing. You got a sanctioned show, and you got a lot of fun shows.
Okay.
So, you know, in today's world, it's all about the hype. You know, so I can't the fun show, that's gonna get you out there.
Gotcha.
You know, that's gonna get you out there. Everybody gonna see it's gonna be a better crowd, it's gonna be out there, you know what I'm saying? But with the sanction show, you know, you're not gonna get a lot of the same win that you might get at the fun show.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So do those wins at the fun show hold the same clout?
At the sanction show,
you know, that's how you got to look at it. Now, I ain't saying either one is wrong. The main objective is to get out there so people can see your dog and see what you can do. But, you know, if I go to a fun show and I bring my dog out and all he does is sit on the table, I don't know whether he can move and groove and
anything,
be a dog, because he on the table.
Gotcha.
Now I go to the sanction show and now he got to go down and back. He got to go around the ring. Now I can see his movement. I can see everything I need to see that I may not have been able to see while he's stacked up on the table not doing anything. And I ain't saying either one is wrong, but this is what you got to think about. You know what I mean? This is what you got to think about.
I ain't think about that right there, because something else I was just looking at, basically what you were explaining right there, where like how one bro had broke down to me, at the end of the day, people gonna buy what they like.
That's right.
There's a lot of pretty dogs, they gonna buy it, but what you were speaking on is structure, movement. Can that dog, what can that dog do?
Can it be a dog?
You know, how important, I guess that comes down to how important that is with people. You know what I mean?
If that's important to you.
Do you want that dog that's gonna move, or you just want that pretty thing that's gonna sit there on that table?
And that's where it comes into play with somebody that cares about dogs versus somebody that's cares about the money aspect.
Yeah.
You're not gonna like you say, get this PPP loan, buy this high class dog, and think you about to come out here and shit on me. When you got to call me when it's time for the dog to have puppies, you got to call me to pull your dog. You don't know shit about the dog. So at least have some respect and try to learn, you know, so we can better the community.
Gotcha,
you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
That's all it's about, man. We got to all work together and all stick together, no matter how you got in, what level you're on. I'm here for the people. I'm trying to help everybody. Now, if you don't want to help them, you know, bump you. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna try to help you first. You know, and that's where I'm at with it now.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
And I appreciate y'all said that, man, because I'm hoping that people who watch this, man, especially if you're from South Carolina area, I know this brother wouldn't mind you tapping in and ask them questions, or especially if you're just trying to learn, man, because like you say, a lot of people get into this game for the love of the dog, but you really ain't got all the knowledge and the understanding of what it takes. And if you could break it down too for the people that might have a dog or two and might think in their mind, okay, I want to start a kennel and I want to grow. What is some of the steps that took you to get where you is, or some things they might want to think about before they take that leap? Or get knee deep in this, because you can get, like you say, right now I'm sitting at 5 dogs, and it's catching up with me fast. What it's taking to keep up with these dogs, you know what I mean? So,
the first thing, man, is don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush, and don't get in it to make no money, because you really ain't gonna make no money. You know, if you're doing it the right way. So I would say, don't be in a rush. Find a dog that you want to look at every day. You know, before you breed to it or buy it, you know, that, and then just make sure that you're gonna need some bread. You really gonna need some money, because even with one dog, right, you got to get quality food. Don't be cheap on, don't skimp on the food. I mean, you get out what you put in. You know, you feed them Old Royal, the cheapest food you can find.
That big bag, 50-pound bag at Walmart for $20.
For $20, you already know. I mean, that's what you're gonna get out.
Ain't gonna do it. And that's something they gotta look at too, because I know when I got into my pressers, a lot of people on that Mastiff side, they swear by raw feeding.
Raw, yeah.
So I ain't gonna lie, when I got my own male for the wild, I was feeding them raw.
Yeah.
And that costs.
Yeah, raw costs. I mean, the whole thing with that is genetics. You start off with a dog with good genetics, then he gonna grow into a dog with good genetics. Regardless of what you feed.
Food ain't gonna do it. And that's what I'm learning too, man.
Yeah, the food ain't gonna, it'll make a difference. You know, a shine to their coat, or, you know, things like that. But you know, it's just like with people, man. If your dad is Shaq, you know what I mean?
Man, good, yeah.
Then you gonna be a big little dude or girl. You gonna be a big child.
Well, basically, you ain't about to get no Bully Max or no Red Cell and think you gonna turn your dog into something else.
That ain't gonna turn it into
what it ain't.
To nothing. It ain't gonna turn it into nothing.
That's a chunky boy.
Who's your girl? Who these two right here?
That's a chunky boy.
This is Big Worm.
Okay.
And this designer, they Little Mate brothers. They Bitcoin grandkids.
Bitcoin grandkids.
Yeah, so this is some of my blood here. This Bitcoin mix with my blood that I've been working with, like, ever since I met you.
Yeah.
When I started off way back in the day.
Yeah, because I remember I was looking at the post when I remember asking about getting the dog from you.
They come all the way back from that. Back from 2004. They stem back from Gray Line bloodline. So this me, this all me. These right here, this all me. I can say I made these dogs here. This Roxy. Roxy is off a dog named Damani. Damani is off a dog named Blue. Blue is off of Major, Grand Champion Major, Anthony Gray Dog Major.
Yeah, okay.
The Miyagi brother, or Miyagi nephew.
Yeah.
You know, he off of Revy, that's a Grand Champion. So that's
you got some good blood here, bro.
This the old, this is new, but it's old. You know what I'm saying?
Now, how old is he right there?
She is I don't know. She probably at least 6 or 7 really. They only 2. They just turned 2. They only 2.
Yeah, I love this boy right here, man.
2 years. Yeah.
Now these size-wise pockets with these.
He's standard.
He's standard.
They
okay, he's a little bit
to
tall.
Be standard.
Okay.
He a little.
He right there, ain't he? Okay.
Yeah, so it depends on the judge that day.
Okay.
So whenever you show, just ask the judge that day, hey, what is my dog? That way you in the right class.
Okay.
No way, no confusion. Ain't no way you gonna automatically lose, because you know what I'm saying, you just ask him that day. So I asked him, the last show I went to was a ICBR show with Tim and Terry Huntley, and they said he would be standard. So in they were, he's a standard.
Yeah, if they say it, then you pretty much can go by that right there.
And I rock with them, man.
Hey, man. What was at that park? They had them big old dogs.
Them were XXL. Them things about 2, 3 of them dogs.
Now, my mom was an XL.
Oh yeah.
Considered to be, but she's off of that. She's more of corrupt blood.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
That corrupt blood. That wasn't out of Cali, was it?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, I see a lot of people out that way got that.
Yeah, Big Hearn got corrupt, and that started with that Midwest lounge blood. Okay. You know, because Prince Dad, her granddad is Prince Dad's, and Prince Dad's and corrupt off the same breeding. Not litter mate, not belly mates. They did repeat the breeding.
Let me ask you: is she still breeding her right here?
No. I only bred her a couple times and really never got no live pups off her. Okay. You know, so just recently, she recently had a pup at Thanksgiving of last year last year. Yeah, because last year, but it came out still. I bred them to him. Bred the worm.
Now, let me ask you: with their size right here, do you gotta open them up? Do they? Can they have naturally?
She have naturally.
Okay.
Yeah, she have naturally. Just because of her size. But she had a C-section.
She did have C-section. Okay, I see she's smaller too.
She's not much smaller, but I didn't want to have to deal with that because she wound up having 12 puppies. Ooh, she had a 12 piece. So I didn't want to, and then you got to think about the stress of having 12 puppies.
Yeah, that's work right there.
You know, that's 12 puppies, that's 12 hours of labor minimum. And then you still got to get up and take care of the puppies. So, you know.
I'm glad my kids hearing this, man, because like I say, we're eventually going to do some breeding sometime in the next year with our dog. And with them presses, you know, you good for 14 puppies.
Yeah, so that's just something, you know, it's easier on the female to have the C-section. You know, it's because, like I say.
Oh, yeah. Like, because I have watched them, like you say.
You tired, you want to go to sleep.
You can't. You got to be helping
6 more puppies. You know, you got to help get out and make sure that they're straight, man. So it's just a stress. It's easier. You know.
What you got off here in the house, man? Now, what you got on the other side right here?
We're going to get to it. We're going to get down to it here. This is my girl Nunu. Now Nunu is a pocket. She a pocket. Yeah. Now she stems back when I started this, back in the day, I had a kennel partner named Jesse. He in North Carolina. Okay. Jesse Salinas. Okay. That was my kennel partner. We was Carolina Final Boy. North Carolina, I'm South Carolina. Gotcha, you know what I'm saying? And we both kind of went out. We didn't fall out in that, but he had kids. So he cut back a little bit. I kept going. Long story short, when he got back into it, that's my partner. He got a dog named Congo. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I bred one of my females, her mom, I'm gonna show it to you. I bred her the Congo to get Nunu. So even though we ain't partner like we used to be, we still work together. Yeah. Always gonna be partners, you know what I'm saying?
How old you say she is right here?
She about 2. Yeah, she had 1 litter. I'm gonna show you her son. Her son is my new stud.
Let's say they wanted to get with you, maybe on, you know, they might have a female, or they might have they might have a female. They might want to get with you. What is the steps or they need to do to get with you, man? Maybe to get with one of your studs right here. As far as price and what does your female need to be ready? Because I know you had said something about press the tests and everything to make sure they're ready. Can you break that down a little bit?
Well, with breeding, if you want to get with me, I'm CFB CEO on Instagram, and Robert K. Marley on Facebook. You can reach out to me, either one of those.
And I'll have all his Instagrams.
Or even Carolina Finest Bullz on Facebook. We got a page on there too. But basically, if you want to use Big Worm or Metro, you know, you can reach out to me right now. Big Worm is at $1,000 stud fee. He's Bitcoin blood. He's UKC, USBR, ABR registered. Across all the registries. Metro ain't really open yet. He's 6 months. We gonna get him tested next month. Sperm mobility, things like that. When he open up, I'll probably run the first 5. I don't know, honestly. I honestly don't know what I'm gonna run him at because he's an El Toro Loco grandson, Banco son. He 2 times Bape, 2 time Devil Spit, 3 time Dax. So he's
stacked.
Yeah, he loaded, man, and he from Colombia.
Yeah.
So I might start an early lock-in, but the thing about it is, you know, it's gonna be a deal regardless, because I know what y'all paying everybody else.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? I know what y'all paying everybody else because I do all the breeding. You know what I'm saying? So when it's time for Metro to come out, you know.
Gotcha. And to break that down too, man, because I didn't know all that what you do down here, man. For the people that might want to tap in, what are some of the services that you offer as far as what you can do? Because a lot of people can't do, like you say, with the pulling of the semen. You know what I mean? I done talked to some guys up in my area. A lot of time they're driving 2-3 hours. You know what I mean? So a lot of time they probably was talking about coming down here to you. So let me know, you know, what do you offer services in the South Carolina, man, for breeders and everybody?
The main services that I provide, you know, is the artificial inseminations. Do those for Frenchies, Bullz, German, pretty much any breed. We'll do that for you. You know, we can reach out to me. We can discuss that. If that need to be done, just reach out to me. I do.
Now, can it be pulled and shipped too? If it was a situation where they might need to ship some semen?
I don't, because it most of the time, if it's my dog, I pull and ship it. But most somebody else's dog, I just pull them.
Okay.
The shipping and all that, I let that be on them. You know, I probably should start doing that, but I ain't getting into all that, because then that comes into, you know, the quality of the semen when it get there. You know, it's always gonna be somebody trying to put the blame on anybody besides themselves. But I do the artificial insemination. I can do we can provide you a progesterone testing that need to be done. You know, the basic shots. We do that. Pretty much almost anything. I don't do no C-sections or none of that. You know, none of that kind of stuff like that. But you know, dog man basics.
You can handle.
Yeah.
And how many dogs are you taking care of right now? You figure from day to day, because I know a lot of times you get dogs and you get rid of them, but from the day to day, how many dogs you keep?
I maintain 3, 4, 9.
9 dogs.
Between 9 and 10 since 2004.
And that's with a full-time job.
That's
always working.
Always. I got that. That's what I do. I work out of this on the side. This part-time is a hobby, is a passion. I done work a full-time job, bro, as long as I can remember.
Gotcha. And I know you spoke on you've had partners you dealt with in the past.
Yeah.
The day-to-day, is this just you right here, or is your family kind of involved too?
This all me.
It's all you.
This all me. The kids will help out if I really need them to, let the dogs out, but this is my responsibility. So early AM before I go to work is dogs, then it's work, get off work, it's helping the people, then it's dogs.
Once again, man, and your dogs, man, is so calm and collected. Ain't no barking, going crazy. I just want to speak on that, the temperament, man. Is this just something that comes from your blood, or something that you do? Are you you know, a lot of people speak of being the hierarchy, or you know what I mean? Or is it the train, or are these dogs just naturally calm dogs?
It's a combination of both, man. I want a dog with a good stable temperament, because I got kids. I got younger kids. I've always had smaller kids around.
Gotcha.
That was like one of the first things my mom said when I had my pit bull in the apartment, and I had to take her to mom's crib, and she was like, "Hey, I don't need no dog that's gonna bite me or my children."
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, how you gonna say that when half the dog we grew up with in the country chase us around? You know what I'm saying? So, but I understand what she was saying. Exactly. So I always made sure they want to have a calm temperament.
Another thing, you got any dogs right now that is everything right now here, or you got anything that you're getting rid of, or any puppies up right now?
I got
for sale.
Just that one boy, the black and white boy, is the only thing I got really left for sale.
Okay.
We got some breedings that we did with Big Worm coming up.
Okay.
I got another yard around the corner, and I got about 8 dogs over there.
Okay.
We did some breedings with them. A lot of those dogs. One of them is the daughter of one of these dogs. We got a West Coast Guideline male from Roger back when he was doing his thing, and my man got some dogs from my man Carl Bush in Augusta, and then some stuff we put together. So
2023, what can they expect from Carolina Fine Bulls, man? What y'all got going on, man?
We got some heat. We gonna we're gonna bring Metro out. He gonna be one of the baddest studs in the state, I believe. We're gonna bring him out. I got some breedings with my man Rod Rome. We bred to his dog Crypto.
Okay.
The small little chocolate lilac tri-male. We bred him to we got some tri-dogs coming. And just gonna be more the usual, man. Just here to try to help for the most part, man. You know what I mean? That's because I done did it so long, man. That's really where I'm at with it now. You know what I'm saying? The shows is fun. It's good to get out and see people. Good camaraderie and stuff like that, and the breeding is cool and all that. But now, I feel like my role is more so as the help, because it wasn't nobody to really help us
at all, man. Because I'm kind of seeing that too, man. Just from what I'm dealing with the Mastiffs, man. That help ain't out there, man. Especially from the older guys, they ain't reaching back. So a lot of times it might take the younger guys, man, to like how I said, man, reach out there, man. And I appreciate that too, man. Because like I say, I hit my man on Facebook, man. Immediately he got back to me, man, and made this happen right here, man. So
and that just comes from a long relationship.
That's what's up, bro.
Never met him in the flesh, but that's what I try to tell people too about just good customer service. Whether he bought a dog or not, you still got to maintain a good relationship and do good business with people.
I learned from that right there, man. Keep your face clean, man. I always show respect in business, man. They go a long way. Man. Develop that respect, man, for people, man. I promise you, you're going to be around as long as this man right here, man. So with that being said, man, I appreciate again, man, you having us.
Yes, I appreciate
y'all watching, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe button. I'm going to have all his contact information, man, and the information and going across the stream, man. So like I say, if y'all out of South Carolina, tap in. If you in South Carolina, this is definitely, man, a brother Robert, man, you need to know. So that being said, man, we out.